Hello everyone, welcome to our new sessions. So in today's class we are going to deal with a new chapter, that is introduction to computer. Okay, so students, before moving on to the chapter, I would like to ask you a question, students. What is a computer? Do you know how to define a computer? So if we are talking about computer, we can simply say that it is an electronic device. Am I right, students? It is an electronic device and it is actually used for storing and processing data, and it which is using a binary code system, and according to the instruction given by the user, they will actually perform variable perform. So have you got the point, students? Now we can describe what is a computer and how it is dealing its function, and what are the components of computer. So let's see what are the objective of today's class. Actually, in today's class you will able to describe the 5 components of computer, and you will discuss the advantages and disadvantages that users experience when working with computers. So students, let's move on to the very first topic, that is the definition of computer. A world of computer. What did you think about this statement? Computers are everywhere. Do you agree with this point? If you are agree, you have to justify your point. If you are not, you have to share your thought, and you have to make your opinion on that also. So tell me, computers are everywhere. Is this point is true or not? Yes, it is definitely true, students. When we are talking about our day-to-day life, if we are talking, or if we are connecting with our day-to-day life, we can say we are using computer in everywhere. Okay, and if we want to book a system, or if we want to purchase our dress, we are using computer. And if we want to attend our classroom schedule, we are using computer. And if we want to do our homework with the help of ppt or other word files, we are using computer. In education field also we are using that, and we can say it is in everywhere, students. So if we want to connect with other people, if we want to chat with our friends, where we also using this particular device, that is computer. So is this statement is clear with you, students? It is actually using everywhere, in every sector. We can say it is using in military purpose, commercial purpose, and it is used in business purpose also. Everywhere you can see the use of computer. Am I right, students? In our home also we can see, if we want to purchase something, we are using our mobile or our personal computer. So in everywhere we are using this particular device, students. So let's see what is a computer. So I will define what is a computer. A computer is an electronic device operating under the control of instructions stored in its own memory. So what is a computer, students? Basically we can actually say it is an electronic device, because it is using power. So we can say it is actually based on the electronic power. So it is considered as electronic device, and it is actually operating under the control of the instruction stored in its own memory. So the computer actually stored a particular instruction, or we can say a particular program, and with the help of that instruction, the computer will automatically perform their task, and we can store our information in our computer. We can also retain our informations. So this is the main or we can say this is the main description of computer. And here you can see the information processing cycle of a computer. It actually collects the data. How it collects the data, students? With the help of input device. What are the input devices? Input devices means we can give an example, like take an example like a computer keyboard, computer mouse, also inputted device. So it is using some input components of a computer, and then the data will process, like it's will process or transferred as a binary code system, or it will transfer to a instruction, and it will produce an information, it will give a output. What are the output devices, students? Yes, we can speaker is an output device. So if we want to take a output from a computer, we can use these devices such as speaker. Printers are also known as output devices. So let us discuss about input and output. Okay, so before that you have to tell me what are the components of computer. What are the main components of the computer? Okay, a computer contains mainly electric, electronic and mechanical components known as hardware. So when we talk about the hardware system of a computer, it includes input device, output device, system unit, storage device, communication device. So you have to tell me what is hardware. Why it is known as hardware, students? Because these components that we can touch, or we can actually physically touch this kind of component, and this is concrete form of form of component. So input is a device, or we can say it is a component of computer. It allow you to enter data instruction into a computer. If we want to enter anything from our material, we can actually use this input device to like enter, or to give the data to computer. Okay, so if I talk about a example of an input device, we can say that keyboard is the best example for input device. How keyboard is considered as input device, students? Because the user actually giving some instruction to the computer through the keyboard, or with the help of the keyboard. So if we want to type something, we will actually giving some instructions to the computer, and we are actually typing it with the help of our keyboard also. So this is considered as input device. So if we want to scan something, we can actually use scanner. So scanner is also included in input devices. Then the output devices, it is actually opposite form of input devices. Actually output devices means it is also considered as hardware component that actually conveys information to one or more people. Actually if we want to get the data from computer to the users, the output devices actually provide that information. Which are the output devices, students? Printer is known as output devices. Am I right or not? And speaker is also known as the output devices. So these are the main component of output devices, students. Then the system unit, case that contain the electronic component of the computer that are used to process data. So system unit mainly contains the electronic components of the computer. Then the storage device, actually this is the main, we can say main brain of the computer. So this is all data instruction information for future use. If I talk about the example of this storage device, we can say RAM and ROM is the storage device of a computer, and which is actually used to hold or memorize the data that is given by a computer. Okay, if we want to process our computer, we need a storage space to store our data, entered data, and it will actually store the data such as program, and they will also store the datas also. Okay, and the communication devices enables a computer to send and receive data, instructions and information to and from one or more computer or mobile devices. So these are the communication devices. It is actually creating or giving an opportunity to communicate between the two devices. Okay, so we can say that network is a good example for communication devices. If you want to communicate with other users, we have to like connect a network. Okay, then the next thing is the component of a computer. Here I have placed some pictures of the components, so you have to identify whether it is output device or this is input device. So tell me, is that printer is an input or output device? Which is this? Yes, this is output device because it is actually giving some output from the computer. Okay, then we can see this display. Do you think display is a output device? Yes, it is giving some kind of pictorial representation, or we can say soft copy. Okay, so this is also considered as a input device of computer. And let's see about keyboard and mouse. We can include it as a input devices because it is actually giving user to give instruction to computer. And we can see here speaker is here. Speaker is actually output devices. We can actually get a like sound or something like that component. If you want to like get from computer, we can use this particular device, that is speaker. And here you can see pen drive. This is also used as a output device, students. If you want to store any data from the computer, we can store this data to our pen drive. And scanner is input device. Scanner is considered as input device. Okay, students, so let's see what is in the next slide. These are the advantages and disadvantages of computer. So you have to explain what are the disadvantage and advantages of computer. What is this, students? Computer is actually giving a speed, or we can say it is very speed. Why it is considered as speed electronic device? Because it is giving information or giving the output as much as possible, or we can say it is very fastest device. And reliability. So it actually processing on the basis of reliability. And if we talk about the consistency, it is actually giving a proper message to us. So and the storage capacity is also a advantages, and we can communicate with each other with the help of computer. So these are considered as advantages of computer. Then the next point is disadvantages of computer. What is this? Violation of privacy. There can be a chances for losing our privacy, students, and it is actually less public safety also, and impact on labor force. So you have to explain this point, why this is impact on labor force. Because we can say that it is actually a robot. Okay, a computer is actually working as a robot, and it is replacing our work also. So they are doing our task. It can be impact on labor force. And health risk also is there. We know that if we are continually using this particular system, our eye eye problems will come. And there are other health problems, students, and impact on environment also. It is actually we can say if we are removing our computer, or it has damaged, we will definitely throw it, and it will create a e-waste. Okay, then let's see what is this computer software. What is computer software, students? It is also known as program. It is tells the computer what tasks to perform and how to perform them. So these are actually the programs which actually give the instructions to computer. Okay, and where we can actually say that the by giving the instruction, computer will run. Okay, then the next thing is that the important software are system software, that is operating system, utility program, and there is also application softwares also are available in this computer software, students. Then let's see what is next in the slide, students. This is computer software, and do you know the term installing? What does installing mean, students? It is actually a process of setting up software to work with the computer and printer and other hardware. Okay, so if we want to like work with our printer and computer, we can actually use this installing. Okay, if we want to install a document, this is how we can install, students. And if we want to install a application, we can install first and run it through computer, and we can use this particular software. So this is a process of downloading the software. Are you get the point, students? Then the next thing is categories of computer. What are the main categories of computer? Do you know? Yes, there are several categories of computer. One is personal computer, mobile computers and mobile devices, game consoles, servers, mainframes, supercomputers, embedded computers. So tell me, what are these? What are the features of these particular computer? Let me show you what is a personal computer. Do you know what is a personal computer, students? Yes, definitely we can say that we know that because we are using this particular computer as a personal computer, and it is also known as desktop computer. Okay, so tell me, what is a personal computer? It is desktop computer. So you have to remember these two terms, students, these two names. Personal computers are also known as desktop. Okay, a personal computer can perform all of its input, processing, output and storage activities by itself. Okay, so a personal computer is usually we are using this particular computer is for what, students? It is for giving a it is storing our data and sharing our information, and also we will get a output from it. Okay, then two popular architecture are PC and the Apple. Okay, do you know what is Apple, students? It is actually Mac. It is talking about Mac software, and here you can see Windows. Okay, so this is known as PC, personal computer or desktop computer, and this is known as Apple computer. Are you able to see these pictures? Yes. Then let's move on to the next slide, that is mobile computers and mobile devices. Here I will show you what are the difference between mobile computer and mobile devices. Mobile computer is you can carry, perform place to place. If you want to like carry your mobile computer, you can easily carry from one to one place. Okay, it is actually a portable type of computer. And if we talk about the examples of this particular computer, we can say our laptop, notebook computers and tablets are considered as mobile computer. Why it is considered as mobile computer, students? Because it we can move from one place to another. It is a portable device, that's why it is considered as mobile computer. And what is mobile device? It is actually a computing device, and it is small and to hold in our hand. We know that what is a mobile device is. So then take an example of mobile devices. We can say smartphones, PDAs, book readers, handheld computers, portables, media players, digital cameras, also known as a portable mobile device. Okay, then let's see what is mobile computer and mobile devices. This is handheld computer. Here you can see it is usually used to actually take the bill and serve the bill students. Here you can see that from the KSRTC bus and other services also. Here you can actually see this kind of handheld computer. And this is portable media player. What is this, students? This is actually a media player. If we want to like save our multimedia things, we can easily save with the help of this digital device. And this is digital camera. It is usually used to take the picture, students. So this is also known as mobile devices. And notebook computer. This is notebook computer, and here you can see this is in the shape of laptop computer. It is very similar to laptop, and this is known as notebook computer. And tablet PC. What is tablet, students? It is actually iPad, or we can say tablet computer. It is a wide, it has a wide screen, and it is mainly used for gaming and such purposes. And this is smartphone. In our hand, we know that we all are using smartphones, and this is also known as a mobile devices or mobile computers. And this is e-book reader. What is e-book, students? This is electronic book. What is the need of electronic book? It is actually a book which include electronic data. Okay, and it is also a portable one. If we want to save our book or store our book, we can easily store our things. So this is the important features of this particular ebook reader, students. Then let's see what is next. Recapitulation part, students. So here you can see what is a computer. You have to define what is a computer means. We can say computer is a electronic device where we can actually communicate with each other, and also we can say that it is if we are giving a instruction, it will give a output to us. And what are the main components of computer? As we talk it as we discuss it like that, we can say it is input, output, and software, hardware, everything is included in computer. So these are the main components or main part of the computer. And storage is also a component of computer, which include RAM and ROM. It is actually used to store the data, okay, for a long time. Okay, then list some examples of input device. Do you know some examples of input devices? Yes, input devices, we can say that our keyboard is an input device, and we can also consider mouse as an input device. Scanner is also an input device. Students, camera is also an input device. So then tell me, what is personal computer? Personal computer is also known as dashboard, students. Yes, it is also known as desktop computer, and it is used as a personal computer where we can actually store our data, and also we can use for other purpose, for communicating the data, or creating the output also. And then this is a homework for you, students. You have to observe your desktop and list the component and write a note about the function of this component. Okay, first you have to like observe your desktop, then you have to list whether this is an input or output device. I will give you an example. First you have to observe your computer, and by your observation, what did you think, students? Your keyboard is what kind of device? Input or output? Yes, it is actually included in input device. Okay, so we can mark like this. So you have to list your computer components as like this, students. So thank you so much for joining the class. You have to do this work. Thank you so much.